the many things that I am in life. Apparently, consistency isn't one of them. Apologise. So today, I thought we could have a tea talk because it's been a while since I've talked to you guys and I missed yous. How are you all doing? Are you all well? My electricity was off this morning. Like my complete town was in a complete blackout this morning. No electricity. And it's that kind of fearful moment of how do we survive without electricity? It makes you kind of ponder about what our ancestors used to do, you know, before the glorious invention that is electricity. I mean, so desperate was I this morning that we had run out of electricity that I couldn't get my morning cup of tea, and I'm making up for it now because electricity's back on. Without electricity, I wouldn't have tea, and then I wouldn't function. And actually, I started getting headaches. And I think that's also a sign now of caffeine dependency, which is also probably slightly worrying. Yeah. Oh, I got a desk. I decided that working on a bed or on the sofa just kind of wasn't putting me in a productive mood. And to fix that, I clearly needed a desk. So Dunelm Mill had a sale on a desk and I ordered said desk, and I will insert a clippy here of said desk. Technically I think it's called a writing bureau, but details. But technically this was the smallest thing that I could get to fit in this space because I don't have a lot of room in my room. But it opens up like this, and that's where you would put your laptop, or, you know, if you're old school, you know, you would write with parchment and a quill, you know. And then it has a little drawer here where I can keep my secret documents for world domination. And technically it did have really art decorative pieces down the legs and on the stool, but I got my father to remove those because this is a very small room and it just made it look a bit too cluttered, so I kind of cleaned it off the edges just so it looked less cluttered. I have it filled with some stuff already. We've got a jar where we keep, you know, stuff that should be in jars, like pickled brains and organs and that type of sciencey specimen stuff. This is really cool. This is a postcard that was sent to me last year from my Japanese teacher while she was spending the summer in Japan. And it's really cool. Properly written kanji and hiragana, and there's some kana in there too. Pretty cool. For you that don't know, I actually studied Japanese for like 3-4 years out of college, and I also self-studied for quite a few years before that, but got actual qualifications in it. Woohoo! And then this was my Valentine's card from my mummy and my daddy, which is really awesome. I love the fact that it's not a traditional Valentine's card because I'm not a traditional kind of Valentine's person, and she knew that I wouldn't have been happy if she had bought me one that had hearts and roses all over it, so she got me this really cool Wizard of Oz one. Oh, it's so cool. And apparently my mum has took a new meaning on live, laugh, love. Apparently I'm not allowed to laugh until I find love. Yeah, so there you go, guys. That's a new take on it. The thing about that desk is, though, took forever to come. I mean forever. I live in Northern Ireland. That's an awkward place, I know, but we have a Dunelm Mill nearby, and it shouldn't have took as long as it did. Like, I'm convinced that it took over a month to come, and it was meant to take 2 weeks. In saying that though, I love my desk, so it's okay. Also, my tea has helped soothing my anger and my rage, because this morning we kind of woke up to the sound of a petrol chainsaw going and kind of wondering what was going on, to discover the people at the back of us have decided to take down a perfectly healthy, gloriously beautiful tree that has nothing wrong with it. Could maybe do with a trim prune back, nothing physically wrong with it, and completely chop off its branches in mid-process of chopping the whole thing down. I'm so saddened and so angry about this. Like, why kill a tree for the vanity of yourself and your garden? Because what was the tree blocking your sun? Like, that tree lived there before you lived, and you want to cut down a perfectly healthy tree. Also, mildly, it's the fact that it kind of felt like it was our tree, because our garden's kind of wild. It's very bushy and kind of overgrown, but in a lovely way, in a really beautiful, pretty way. And the tree just fit it perfectly, and it kind of hung right up against our fence a bit, and it was beautiful, and it filled in the gap, and there was no looking at neighbour houses. We were kind of completely surrounded in our own little forest, and now that's gone. But I kind of had like a personal attachment to the tree, like it was my tree. It fitted more with our garden than theirs, so it's like they've killed and cut down my tree for no other purpose other than vanity. Why would you do that? Like, why? Why? Oh, my tea's going cold. Went to see Her recently. That was an interesting film that's Oscar nominated. Was it BAFTA nominated? I don't know if it was ever BAFTA nominated, but it's an Oscar nominated film. Up for a couple of Oscars. It's an interesting film. The term I used with it was a modern day adult, far more mature AI, as in artificial intelligence. That movie that was really, really good, but on reflection it's also kind of disturbing, really, isn't it? But oh, this movie made me kind of fear for the future and what's in store for us humans. If that becomes real, I'm never updating an operating system ever again for fear that that might happen. Siri is close enough. Like, Siri is actually maybe a step even too close to being quite to that, and that makes me feared for the future and myself. It made me all sorts of levels of uncomfortable. But it was a beautiful film. It was a beautiful film. It was really beautiful. And Scarlett Johansson, amazing acting. It may have only been her voice, but amazing acting. She was brilliant. But oh my god. Premise, just the whole premise of the movie is uncomfortable. So yeah, Valentines as well. Did you have a good Valentine's? What did you do for Valentines? Leave down in the comments below, let me know. Usually I am somebody that is very anti Valentines, but and I don't believe with the commercialization. But then again, I do agree with the commercialization of any supposed holiday. And I'm still a single Pringle, so no, that is not a factor of it. But it was a day that I went out in celebration of one of my absolutely beautifully fantastic friends' birthday, and hung around with friends and had an amazing day. We went to see the Lego movie, we went to a really yummy restaurant called AM/PM. Well, actually we went to the treehouse, which is above it, and I had amazing chicken tacos, and it was a fabulous day, and that's all that matters. It was a day spent with friends, it was glorious, and it was fun, and I had a great time. And it showed me that it's a day that should be spent with both friends and family and everybody that you care about and everybody that you love, and showing them that you love them and that you care for them. And yeah, so I'm going to take that into the future with me. I think it's a very important thing to remember. I don't know if I'm going to film anymore today. It's still light outside. I'm amazed by this. It's like nearly 5 o'clock and there's still light outside. Maybe that's a sign I should film today. We'll see. Expect soon a February book wrap up and a February favourites. Also, I would like to put it out to you here now to see your opinion, whether you would like it. Would you guys like to see a movie wrap up, which I'm thinking of calling a movie showdown? At the end of every month as well. So it will basically be a rundown of all the movies that I've seen during that month. So if you would be interested in that, please do leave in the comments down below, or give this video a big thumbs up and let me know, kind of to judge whether that's something people will be interested in, because it's something I'm actually interested in doing. And tea talk. This is what this was, and I've got lipstick all over my cup, and I'm also using a gingerbread cup. Who needs to let go of Christmas? Oh, an interesting thing about the first day, the very first day of February, we walked into a B&M bargain store and they were playing Christmas music on the 1st of February. Literally, a Christmas album was playing throughout the store. And we quickly went, got what we needed from the store, and we quickly left because it was scary hearing Christmas music in February. It was like, this is wrong, this isn't right. But then again, my mug choices tell me that really I don't want to let go of Christmas, so maybe I should have embraced the Christmas music. That's a lot of philosophical thinking, isn't it? I want a minion! I want a minion! £3. Oh yeah. I'm that good. Or maybe I just cheated the system.